Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're in Cannon's Corners and Morris Forks tonight. We're here for a softball game in the Lake Champlain League. Played on Thursday, July 23rd, featuring the hometown Sample Store Club and the visitors from Champlain, the Champlain Telephone Company. At bat, Larry Friend for the phone company. Pitching for Samples is Todd Lambert. Behind the plate, Keith Rowell. Kevin Giro at first. Gary Rowell at second. Brian Dragoon is short. Dave Lambert at third. And Larry Friend draws a leadoff walk here, so phone company has a lead batter on. They've got a 3-game winning streak. They had only 2 wins last time we saw them, and they took their 3rd victory. And they've been winning ever since. This is Randy Grimshaw. So, phone company on a 3-game win streak that started the last time we taped them. Ball. Lambert having trouble finding the plate. The usual pitcher, Larry Dragoon, getting a night off. And there's a strike. Slow bouncer back to Lambert. Throws the second to Rowell. And in time. Let's see, continuing the defense out there, we have, I said, Jeff Lamberton in left, Rick Guerin in left center, Dale Menard right center, and Paul Rowell in right field. This is Tim Juneau, a bouncer to Giro. He'll step on first and no throw. So 2 down. 2 down, runner at second. And the batter will be Ronnie Tatro. Pitch from Lambert. Strike. Ball. Ball. All 3. Lake Champlain has 1 more league of play. They'll end up on June 30th, end of the regular season. Hit to center field. Dale Menard will grab it. So nothing across for the Champlain phone company after 1/2 inning. It's no score in the game. Pitching for the phone company will be Bob Desero. Behind the plate, Steve Ostrander. Jeff Lamberton moves to the leadoff spot tonight. He'll lead off for Samples as they try to get something going here in the bottom of the first. Ball 1. Strike.
All right, Jeff, you're set now, Jeff.
Ball.
Good eye. Good eye. Take the one you want, Jeff. Take the one you want.
Deep ball.
Good eye. You want to. You want to.
3-1 the count.
2, Jeff.
Ball 4. So repeat of the top of the inning. The leadoff batter draws a walk. Lamberton will go to first. Going to bring up second baseman Gary Rowell. Ball 1.
Good eye, Hag. Good eye, Hag. Hag, you don't swing nothing bad now.
Ball 2.
Need base one, guy. Need base one. Get the play.
Ball 3. So Desero can't find the plate here at Cannon's Corners. Ball 4. Rowell walks on 4 straight. Runners at first and second. And the batter will be the pitcher, Todd Lambert. We'll look at one outside. Ball 1. Strike 1. Bailey over at third will make the grab. And we have 1 down. And the batter will be the designated hitter, Malcolm Garand. Pitch from Desero. Strike one. Should be caught.
No.
Randy Grimshaw comes in and makes the grab. We have two down. And Dave Pickles Lambert is the batter.
Come on, guys. Dead in there.
Ball.
Come on, Pickles. We need you now, Pick. We need you now.
Lofted. Be foul in the trees.
Come on, Pick. Hard and level, buddy.
They're sending the Bloodhounds in after it.
Come on, Pick. Hard and level, Pick. We say we score 2 out. Come on, Dave. We say we score 2 down. 1-1.
Pitch from Desero. Drive to center. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to score Lamberton. It's going to score 2. Grimshaw picks it up finally. Grinnell couldn't find a handle, and Grimshaw picked it up. 2 runs across the plate. Lamberton and Rowell score. A base hit for Dave Lambert. And Samples lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs. Bring up shortstop Brian Dragoon.
Come on, Brian. Keep it going.
Lofted and back a second. Could be trouble. Dragoon will stay put.
Now tell anybody what's seen it. Try to cut it short. You know what I mean?
And Dave Lambert scores to make it 3-0. And this will bring up Dale Killer Menard. On the ground, Andre Tatro off his glove. And outfield. Outfield kind of slow to get over there to back up. They should be hustling in on a ball like that. Tatro had to go out and field that himself. And because of that, another run crosses the plate. And Menard ends up on second, and we have a 4-0 game, and Rick Guerin the batter.
Come on, keep it going, Ricky.
Strike one. Ball. On the ground, Tatro to Tatro, Andre Durrani. 4 across for Samples. We're going to the second inning with Samples leading the phone company 4-0. To lead off the top of the second, it'll be Bill Forkey. Pitch from Lambert. Inside, ball one.
Hey, Bill. Base that.
Strike. Well hit. Lamberton going back. He makes a nice grab. Forkey gave that a long ride. Lamberton went back a long ways. He hadn't pulled it quite so much. I think it might have been over that fence out there. A tennis court. Let's bring up Dave Kerr, the right fielder. This is strike one. Lofted, should be caught. Gary Rowell calling for it. Back a second. He'll grab it. 2 down.
Need a base hit, Craig.
I'll bring up Craig Barney, the shortstop. Pitch from Lambert is deep, ball one. Strike. Lambert calling for it at the rubber. He's going to grab it. Nothing across for the phone company. After an inning and a half, it's Samples Store 4, Champlain Telephone Company nothing. Kevin Giro, first baseman, will lead off here in the bottom of the second. Pitch from Desro. Ball one. Ball two. Ball three. 3-0 pitch is inside. Ball four. Giro draws a walk. And once again, Samples has their lead runner on. And it's bring up Harold Keith Rowell. Ball one. Strike hits the edge of the mat. Strike two. Ball two, 2-2. Three, two. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit, and back a second. Nice grab by Andre Tatro. Fires back to first. Giro back. Nice grab there by Andre Tatro, second baseman. And we have one out. And the batter will be Paul Rowell. Strike one. On the ground. Oh, Barney let the ball play him instead of him playing the ball. Stuck his glove out there, but that's a hard hit ball. He looked like he's afraid to get in front of it. And I bring up Jeff Lamberton. Top of the order, he's the left fielder. He confirmed he was beyond the fence out there in left field on that ball that Forky hit. Oh.
Base runners, Jeff, base runners.
All three. Strike one. Strike two. Full count. Payoff pitch. Swung on. Base hit to center field. Throw comes into second, and it's a 5-0 game as Kevin Giro scores. Lamberton drives Paul Rowell to third, and Gary Rowell will be the batter. One out. Ball one. Ball two. Strike. 2-1. 3-1. Tim Juno misjudged it. We have a spectator in the field there. Rowell ends up on second. Lamberton goes to third. Paul Rowell scores, makes it 6-0. And Todd Lambert the batter. So Samples still having a little batting practice here this Thursday evening. Line shot to Andre Tatro. Rao back in time. That's 2 outs, and both of them have been good grabs by Tatro. So bring up Malcolm Garand, the designated hitter. Swings and hits it to left field for a base hit. That's going to score 2. Throw to the plate is not going to be in time. Should have been held up. And Garand goes to second. That throw home was just wasted. That run was going to score anyway. And all it did was allow Garand to get an extra base out of it. This is Dave Lambert. He gets his second hit. Grimshaw gets it in. Garand is going to score. I'm giving up trying to keep track here. It's about 9 or so. We'll check at the end of the inning. About 9 runs, I believe. This is shortstop Brian Dragoon. Strike 1. Another base hit. Lambert will go to third. Brian Dragoon with a base hit. And Dale Menard, the batter. Lofted, should be caught. Kerr drifting over and got there just in time.
Right there, in front of you. Go.
That's going to be it for the second inning. We're going to go to the third, and we'll give you the score right after this. Bob Desero will lead off the third inning. His team trailing 9-0. And we have everything except an umpire up there. And we have strike 1. Desero drives it in. Menard makes a nice running grab. Dale Menard. Nice running grab by the killer. 1 out. And I'm up third baseman Sean Bailey. Strike 1.
Get it going here. Start it off.
A chopper. Rao to first. 2 down. And catcher Steve Ostrander will be the batter. Strike 1. Ball 1.
Come on, take the picture. Wait for yours.
Rick Garand drifts over. He grabs it. Once again, nothing across for the Champlain Telephone Company. We're going to the middle of the third with Sample Store leading 9-0. Rick Garand leading off the bottom of the third for Samples. Chopper to Andre Tatro. He'll fire it at Ronnie Tatro. And we have 1 down. He just moved the first base over closer to the plate by about a foot.
Buck, help this bag right here.
And the batter now will be Kevin Giro, first baseman. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Make sure it's yours. Nice little base hit.
Hard hit. Bailey to first in time.
Good shot, go.
2 down.
Hit it hard, Kevin. You hit it hard. Right now, Harry, go down fighting now. Go down fighting, guys.
I'll bring up Keith Rowell.
Hit it hard. Right at him. Good try.
Pitch from Desero. Ball one. Strike one.
Pick it up now, pick it up now.
Two. On the ground. Barney bobbles it. And Rao will be on with a E6 error on the shortstop. And I'll bring up Paul Rao, team manager, right fielder. Bats himself last in the lineup. Chopper to short. Bonnie will toss to second. Gets away. Again, nobody backing up over here.
No, Harry, you'll get through. Yeah, Harry, no, Harry only gets 3. Yeah, back. Going back. He was on second. He was holding it. Gets 2 from the field. Oh, I thought he was. He's going a second. Come on, Jeff.
I'll bring up Jeff Lamberton, the left fielder. Ball one.
Good eye, Jeff. Take yours, Jeff. Take yours now.
Sneak a peek at the official scorebook here.
Good eye, Jeff.
As we get ball two thrown. Pitch from Desro is strike one.
Okay, Jeff, if you like it now, if you like it now.
Strike two. Kerr's going to watch it go into the trees. That's a double. Ground rule double. That'll score 2 runs. Dave Kerr says, I don't want to go in there unless I have to. I guess he ain't going in.
You didn't get it? Chad.
Gary Rowell swings at the first pitch, gets it by Bailey at third.
Second base! Back!
Scores another run. That's about 4 this inning. That'd make it about 13. And Todd Lambert will be the batter. He's the pitcher. Strike one. Kerr not able to get it. This be a foul ball. I've been wrestling with a fly throughout the game thus far. Just keeps hovering around me. Popped up. Ron Tatro will grab it. And that'll be it for the 3rd inning. We'll go to the 4th and we'll check on that score. We have a change of Dragoons at shortstop. Larry Dragoon coming in for his cousin Brian. As Andre Tatro here in the 4th inning comes to the plate for the first time. Through the first 3 innings, everybody on Dragoons batted at least twice. And the phone company hasn't gone through their lineup completely yet. He's the final batter in the lineup. He's the team manager. And like Paul Rowley bouts himself last in the lineup. Our score is 12-0. Ball. Ball. Samples leading the Champlain Telephone Company. Strike. Tatro hits it to Paul Rowell. 1 down. And at the top of the order now, Larry Friend. Strike, 1-1. Another one to Rowell, he'll grab it. And we have 2 down. Let's bring up Randy Grimshaw.
Your man, Buck.
Ball 1.
Come, guy. Shoot up out there.
Rick Garand. Garand grabs it. 3 down. Once again, nothing across for the phone company. We're going to go to the bottom of the 4th with Samples leading the phone company 12 to nothing. Malcolm Garand out of focus, hits it to third. He's out. Oh, Garand.
You got somebody take my hat off. That's why I didn't. That's the problem. I thought you only missed it by
A little bit out of focus there on us, but he grounded out to third. This is Dave Lambert. Looks at ball 1. Through the right side. Base hit.
There's tough shoes to fill tonight.
And we're up Larry Dragoon, his first trip to the plate, replacing Brian Dragoon. Well hit. Randy Grimshaw will grab it. 2 down. And I'll bring up Dale Menard. He lofts it high. Somebody out there should have it. Tim Juno calling. Nothing across for Sample Store. And we're going to go now to the 5th inning with a score remaining 12-0. Samples leading Champlain Telephone Company. Tim Juno will lead off the 5th. Looks at strike 1. 12-0 our score. Phone Company trailing Sample Store. Knocked down by Larry Dragoon. He bobbled it all the way to first. And Juno will be on with an E6.
You see, Buck? Anybody can do that.
Let's bring up Ronnie Tatro, first baseman.
Go, Timmy, go, 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 go! Hold him there, hold him there.
And they get 2 bases on it.
You're going to have to get a couple strikeouts. Okay, that's it out. You know what? I can't stop that. Let's go now! Okay, Tom, my fault, Tom. Get the out, boys, get the out. I've got him out now, my guy. There's one. Oh, 21.
So the lead batter now on third. And nobody out. Looks like the Phone Company will finally score a run. Line drive, nice grab by Gary Rowell. Tatro was out. And I'll bring up Bill Forkey. He gave it a long ride his first time. Pulled it a little bit too much. Kept it in the playing area. Would have been over the fence otherwise. Strike 1. Hit it out there by the... It looks like a tennis court, but has soccer goals set up. There's one. Deep. But not deep enough. Rick Guerin grabs it. 2 outs. We'll call it a sacrifice fly, although it was not a sacrifice by any means, but that's the way it's got to be listed as Tim Juno scores. It's a 12-1 ball game. And Dave Kerr, the batter. Ball one. Ball. Strike. Popped up and back a third. Went for the fence there. I think Dave Lambert might have had a chance to get that, but he was a little leery of running into the fence, understandably. And a pitch from Lambert. Dragoon should have it. He does. And in the bottom of the fifth, our score, Samples Store 12, Champlain Phone Company 1. Rick Guerin will lead off the bottom of the fifth for Samples. A chopper to third, gets by Bailey, gets by Barney. Seeing eye hit for Guerin. And Kevin Giro, the batter. Strike one. Strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Desro. Just misses, ball. Ball 2. Ball 3. So after going 0-2, Desro works him to a full count. Giro hits this one. Randy Grimshaw should have it. He does. I'll bring up Keith Rowell. Ball 1. They call him Harry or Harold. And also Keith. So you have your choice. Or you can make up your own name if you'd like. Craig Barney. He caught it. That's 2 down. And Paul Rowell will step in. Chopper to Andre Tatro. He'll go to second. Get the force. And that'll be it for the first 5. We're going to go to the 6th inning with the score remaining 12-1.
Step, guys. Step now.
Craig Barney, the batter. Craig Barney hits it to shortstop. Larry Dragoon to first. In time to nip him. Got him with his foot on the way down, so a good play by the fill-in shortstop here, Larry Dragoon, normally the pitcher. I'll bring up Bob Desro, the pitcher for the phone company. Mosquitoes are sneaking out. Once in a while we get a mosquito biting us on the arm. Dale Menard drifts over, and we have 2 down in the 6th. And the batter, third baseman Sean Bailey. Pitch from Lambert. Outside, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-0 pitch. Strike. Ball 4. So Bailey draws the walk. And Steve Ostrander, the catcher, will step in. Two outs. At the top of the 6th. 12-1. Samples leading the phone company. Strike 2. We have an extra ball on the field. And the 0-2 pitch. Deep, but swung on it to Larry Dragoon. He'll toss to Gary Rao at second. Nothing across for phone company. And I think Lambert has a no-hitter going through the first 6. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th with the score holding 12-1. Standing here in the woods, I backed up to the spot where I am, and I've been hearing a creaking noise. And I was wondering how come I was hearing a door in the middle of the woods, and it's because there's a little storage shed here in back of me. As we prepare here to start the bottom of the 6th, Jeff Lamberton, the batter, looks at strike 1. On the ground, Barney to first, just in time, bang, bang.
Brian, he's jumping. Both made the same call anyway. Made the same call. Hey, we both had him. We both wrong.
I'm wrestling with another mosquito at the moment. Gary Rao, the batter. Randy Grimshaw will squeeze it. 2 down. And Todd Lambert, he pointed out in his way in that he's 0 for 3 at the plate. He has no hits batting and no hits pitching, so he's consistent here. He's pitching a no-hitter and he's swinging a no-hitter. He hasn't gotten one out of the infield yet. Chopper to first. Tatro will go to death row. And he keeps that string alive. Come back for the 7th, and we'll see if he keeps his no-hitter alive. As we go to the top of the 7th, our score 12-1. Samples Store leading the Champlain Telephone Company. Team manager Andre Tatro. I'll try to get the first hit of the night for his team here in the top of the 7th. Chopper to shortstop, Dragoon knocks it down, throw to first, safe, oh, bang, bang. Looks like he might have had him. I'll have to check the tape on that. Oh, E6. And Larry Friend, the batter. Paul Rao at the ankles, pulls it down. 1 down. And I'll bring up Randy Grimshaw. To second for 1. That's going to be it. So Dragoon to Rao. Tatro sliding in there. Grimshaw hustling down. So we have 2 outs. And Tim Juneau stepping up here. Ball one. Grimshaw's trying to steal. His team's down 12-1. And Todd Lambert is glad to see it. It helps preserve his no-hitter. But one of the basic rules is you don't steal when your team is down by 11 runs and you're 1 out away from losing the ball game. We'll have to write that down and send it to Randy so he will remember that. So we saw a no-hitter here tonight. Our final score, Samples Store. They've clinched first place in the Lake Champlain League. Defeats Champlain Telephone Company 12-1.